How nice was it to get that version of Michael King back?
Yeah, real nice. I think he's got something with the Braves that feels pretty good for him. Found his stuff tonight, had good fastball command, had the changeup really working. Sweeper was going good too, and anytime he gave up a hit, he got right back at the next couple hitters and got him out.
Obviously, I mean, what he can do, setting the tone for a series, for like the rotation that struggled a little bit, like what might that?
Yeah, I think it's huge. We've always, throughout this little stretch that we've had where we haven't played as good as we did at the beginning of the year, we've been looking when Michael King starts for him to kind of stop it for us, and tonight he definitely did that. That's what we've come accustomed to with him. And his little funk coincided with our team's funk. So I think going forward, we feel really good about Michael. Every time he goes out there, tonight he showed why we feel very comfortable with him.
Just think of Jackson's helping out Michael, covering.
Yeah, exactly. Whenever you throw a shutout, there's always a few plays that have to be made. There's very few times where a pitcher just rolls through the lineup and nothing happens. But Jackson, another unbelievable catch in center field. It wasn't a home run robbery, but probably one of the better ones that he's had. Just how far he had to go for it, and getting to that corner with the wall and knowing exactly where he was and making a reaching catch.
With King, what does it say about his resolve, the mindset to be able to come into a game like this and pitch the way that he did, get back to that version that we've talked about, and shake off like what has kind of been a little bit of a rough last month for him?
Yeah, he's mentally tough. One of those things about like baseball is it's not what happens to you, but how you bounce back. And he's definitely a testimony of that in his career and in his time here with the Padres. And so one thing we knew that Michael was going to do is going to work his tail off over the course of all those starts, and eventually he was going to figure it out and have a start like he did tonight. And now, the hope is he gets on a little bit of a roll for us.
Craig, do you think that with all the work Manny's done that this is the point where he's just starting to turn it around? It like went deep into a couple of counts in bats, hit the home run, nice double at the end.
Yeah, it was a good day for Manny. Stacked on top of a couple of good days in Texas too. So definitely trending in the right direction. It's what we believed about Manny for a really long time, and you guys didn't really believe me, but hopefully I'm starting to prove myself right.
So is it frustrating you get 11 base runners and score 1 run?
Oh yeah, it's always, they have a great pitching staff also, similar to ours. We're right there with the bullpens kind of, fighting for that ERA. And both bullpens have multiple guys that they can go to, not just their back end guys, but guys that pitch throughout the game. They showed that tonight. We've got to figure out the next 2 days how to hit some of those guys and be able to scratch some runs across as the game goes along.
As a pitcher, do you really appreciate a 1-0 game? I mean, especially if you win, but like just everything it takes to make a 1-0 game, the contributors.
Yeah. It takes a whole team to have it, to throw a shutout. It took their whole team to only give 1 run, and the 1 run was a home run. It wasn't like there was a rally put together or anything like that. So it shows that the defenses are playing good. It shows that the pitchers are making pitches. They're able to pitch in and out of jams. It's just a good old-fashioned baseball game, pitcher's duel. We all fell in love with as kids. This is how the Padres have probably won ever since I've been a Padre. It feels like these are normal Padre wins. Low scoring, 1 or 2 run games, and find a way to close it out with an elite closer. That's Padres history, is having an elite closer, and we've got one right now.
And no question.